Okay, there is some important news that is breaking on CNN-IBN. Could this be a possible link between the promoters of Lilavati Hospital and telecom companies that have been named in the 2G spectrum scam? 4 trustees of Lilavati Hospital, Prabodh, Rashmi, Chetan and Bhavin Mehta, have shell companies that have been registered in Mauritius.
Guess what? The addresses of these companies are the same as the addresses of 10 2G companies. Last month, CNN-IBN had exposed how the Mehtas were involved in Hawala transactions and had black money accounts in tax havens.
Letters rogatory sent by the Enforcement Directorate requesting the Mauritius government to give details about certain transactions of 12 companies, including Etisalat Mauritius Limited, Delphi Investment Limited and Deccan Asian Infrastructure, all linked to the 2G spectrum scam. Investigators are looking at another connection, a connection between 2G and the trustees of Lilavati Hospital in Mumbai. And the main point of suspicion is this address: Lake Cascades Building, Edith Cavell Street, Port Louis, Mauritius. That building has emerged as the common address for at least 10 offshore companies of Indian telecom giants linked to the 2G spectrum scam. Now, a CNN-IBN investigation has uncovered that Lake Cascades Building is also the address of the front companies of the 4 permanent trustees of Mumbai's famous Lilavati Hospital: Prabodh Kirtilal Mehta, Rashmi Kirtilal Mehta and their sons Chetan and Bhavin Mehta. In the black money trail, last month CNN-IBN exposed how these Mehtas were involved in Hawala transactions and black money accounts in tax havens. Their names also figure in the list of offshore account holders in LGT Bank in Liechtenstein. The CNN-IBN investigation also exposed that the Mehtas, convicted in 2007 of money laundering in Belgium, were shareholders in ING Vaisya Bank and IndusInd Bank through the following front companies: Kirti Communications Limited, Burma Ruby Inc., Gembil Mauritius, BC Manufacturing, D5 Mauritius. All of them have the same address: Lake Cascades Building, Edith Cavell Street, Port Louis, Mauritius.
These shell companies that the Lilavati people, the Mehtas, have, their connections with politicians on both sides, both opposition and ruling, these all are going to come. They're going to somehow link up with 2G. This is a huge thing, this 2G, and what you're seeing is the tip of the iceberg. As far as the Lilavati matter is concerned, these people are known. They are diamond merchants who are known also. Many of them are known to do this kind of laundering. So I think their connections with 2G is something that I'm looking at, and I would certainly welcome more information before I bring them in also as part of the whole crime.
CNN-IBN sent repeated emails to the Mehtas for their view on the suspected link with Mauritius-based 2G companies. The Mehtas never replied back. The Mehtas are not a new player in the telecom industry. Way back in 1995, when the first telecom licenses were given out in India, Kirti Communications Limited, owned by the Mehtas, launched an unsuccessful bid along with Alcatel to get a license. But this time round, their involvement in the 2G spectrum scam is suspected to be much deeper. In New Delhi, Shumon Chakrabarti.
In fact, after Shumon exposed Mehta's money laundering activities, the Congress MP Rashid Alvi wrote to the Prime Minister demanding immediate action.
Following CNN-IBN's expose of the Lilavati trustees, last week a PIL was filed in the Supreme Court. Now, Congress MP and Member of Parliament's Finance Committee, Rashid Alvi, has written a letter to Prime Minister Manmohan Singh demanding immediate action. This is Rashid Alvi's letter to the Prime Minister, where he writes, and I quote, "It is astonishing that in spite of public and government knowledge of their supposed misdemeanors, the government agencies have not taken any steps."
It is surprising for me that why so far no action has been taken. So they may have any link with any political party or political person. It is very serious matter. That is the reason I have written this serious letter to the government, and I am sure that the matter will be investigated and action will be taken.
After the CNN-IBN investigation, the Mehtas left Belgium and settled down in Dubai. But since then, they have frequently flown down to New Delhi. When CNN-IBN tracked down Rashmi Kirtilal Mehta in a 5-star hotel in the capital, he ran away the moment our camera started rolling.
We wanted your comment, Mr. Mehta, on this whole story because we did it and you didn't comment on it.
No, you talk to my media people.
Your media people is not talking, Mr. Mehta.
The big question is why the government is still not acting despite overwhelming evidence of not just money laundering against these trustees of Lilavati Hospital, but also a distinct connection to the 2G spectrum scam. In New Delhi, Shuman Chakrabarti.
And Shuman Chakrabarti here is with us. Let's ask you a couple of questions, Shuman. One, the obvious one, were the investigators taken aback as well by these links? And also, what about the Mehta's political connections? Is that posing some sort of a hurdle in the investigations?
The Mehta's political connections are definitely suspected to be posing hurdles, as you said, Parul, because they are frequenting Delhi nowadays, trying to lobby with top politicians in the country, you know, to somehow save them from any kind of government investigation or government action against them. Remember, their names also figure in the list of 17 people who have black money accounts in Liechtenstein, which has been given in the Supreme Court on a sealed cover. Also, at the same time, what we are hearing is that this address is just the tip of the iceberg, because there are much more. They're linked to this whole 2G scam is not just limited to that. There are much more which is coming out, and the investigators are completely in the dark about this one, because the CBI is ready to file a charge sheet anytime soon, but they're completely unaware of the fact that these are new players in this whole 2G scam. We have heard about the A. Rajas of the world and the Shahid Balwas of the world and some telecom companies, but these people are also involved in the 2G scam.
All right, Shuman, thanks very much. Counting on you to get the very latest on those investigations currently underway on the Mehtas, who are, of course, from Mumbai.
That is it on 8 p.m. Prime.
But we are building up to that clash on Saturday. Up next, cheer for India. Stay with us.